ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another episode of Dave and Ped's Excellent Adventure, coming to you from the Curry Seed Shop in beautiful Northwest Iowa. Are you Odebolt?
Yes.
Is that your address?
Yes, we are Odebolt.
All right, Odebolt, Iowa, and I'm looking at cows and a lush pasture over Dave's right shoulder. Couldn't be happier to be here, buddy. How are you on this fine, not rainy, sunny Tuesday morning? Next Tuesday won't be the same.
Yes, I'm great. It has been a good weekend, good week so far, and I'm thrilled that it is somewhat dry today.
Praise Jesus, if only it would stay like this for 2 weeks straight.
Yes.
We did get a field baled yesterday, though.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, one field, a 18-acre field, something like that, had it down. Last Wednesday we cut it. It got 2.5 inches of rain on it.
Nice.
Then we raked it, had to re-rake it one more time. It's just going to my cows. I'm going to grind it up anyway. It's not the greatest quality, but they'll still scarf it down.
There you go.
So now we only have like 100 acres to go for second cutting.
So when you're baling that, you know where that came from. Mm-hmm. Are you going to use that soon?
I'll probably grind it up next week.
So relatively soon.
Yeah.
That's not going to be wintertime type stuff.
Nope.
I was wondering how you keep track of all those bales, because when I watch a video, they all look the same. Other than corn stalk versus hay, I can't tell a difference. It's
kind of crazy, honestly. It's like our fields. Like, you just know when you're in your field.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard stories before about these guys who, now, was it a mistake? Who knows? But quote unquote mistakenly harvested someone else's field.
Yeah, it's tough to believe.
Like, I feel like you were just trying to steal their grain and got caught. Because you know your field. Like, you've been in it so much, the contour and everything.
Yeah.
And now I'm saying that because it's kind of wild. When I stack my bales and everything, it's just like you remember doing it throughout the summer and where they came from and where you stacked them. And I just kind of know.
That's amazing.
Especially
with how many bales you got.
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
And like, obviously some fields are a grass alfalfa mix and you can just tell by looking at it, like, okay, this is grass alfalfa.
Yeah.
It's from that field.
Yeah.
This is straight grass. It's from that field. This is straight alfalfa. It's one of these two fields.
Huh. Yeah.
So, yeah, usually winter is like half a second cutting and all of third cutting. That's what we use in the winter. Then corn stalk bales. So
I can't even remember what bin I put what field of corn. so to remember that, I think that's good, because I struggle. I have to like write it down where what corn is where.
Maybe me and producer Josiah should make a video of me going Rain Man on some hay.
There you go.
Rain Man? Yeah. Do you know what Rain Man is?
Have you ever seen the movie Rain Man?
We're dealing with Josiah, who's not great with pop culture references.
Yes.
Tom Cruise is autistic, right?
Yeah. Tom Cruise is not autistic.
His character in the movie. Tom Cruise plays an autistic man.
No, Tom Cruise does not play an autistic man.
Now I'm not remembering it right.
No, Tom
Adam's
Cruise,
autistic.
Tom Cruise does not play an autistic man. It is another guy by the name of, that is escaping me.
HHRain?
No. Gosh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Producer guy, can you look up Rain Man, please?
I can't. I have no Wi-Fi on my laptop and I don't have a phone.
Serious? All right, hold on a second.
That's how it goes.
It is.
But anyway, there's someone who is
Rain Man.
autistic in the movie who has a crazy memory.
Dustin Hoffman. Dustin
there
Hoffman
it is. Boom.
is the
Why couldn't I think of that?
Autistic.
Yeah, why couldn't I think of that? So obvious.
Oh man. Anyway,
yeah, that's a great short. Tom Cruise does not have autism.
You kept saying it.
Yeah. So anyway, that's how I remember the hay.
That's incredible. Good for you.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. I thought for the intro, first of all, before I go crazy about fair food, you said it was a great weekend. It's been a great week. Let's talk about our brothers and brisket.
Yeah.
We had a fun church event, and it's kind of one of those things you'd see in rural Iowa, which is a bunch of dudes got together, smoked meat.
Yes.
And shot some guns, shot trap shooting. That was fun.
Yep.
Played yard games.
Yeah.
And just hung out as brothers in Christ and had a good time.
It was really fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. The meat was unbelievable.
Off the charts.
We had some incidents the next day.
Such as?
Some of the meat, well, I'm not sure which one was contaminated, but it didn't sit well
I'm
with
sure.
about half the guys there.
Well, all I know is that to do this again next year, we shouldn't be telling these stories.
Yeah. True.
I need guys to come back next year because I had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Oh man,
it was a lot of
a
fun.
great time.
We had blasts 2 days in a row that night,
Yeah.
and then we had a blast in
Yeah.
the bathroom the next
Yeah,
day.
we did.
Man.
Dave's like, get me out of here.
Yeah, dude. No,
It
I
was a
thought
great
the event
time.
was
That's what I was thinking
awesome.
in the bathroom.
The trap
Yeah.
shooting, we've got friends that have done trap shooting competitively,
Mm-hmm.
and so to have an automated rig set up, and
It was sweet.
it was a lot of fun. I'd never
Yeah.
shot trap like that before, and I'm not a pheasant hunter, so for me to go out there with a shotgun is less than stellar.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun. I learned a lot.
I went 6 for 25 trap shooting on the 4th of July, and I went 7 for 25
Hey,
the other
improvement.
day. So I'm improving.
There you go.
I'm proud of myself. Before you know it, 25 of 25, Davy Crockett, here we come.
Yes.
But yeah, I encourage everyone out there, just get together with a bunch of close dudes and make meat.
Yeah.
So delicious. I mean, the chicken, the
Yeah.
brisket, the
Yep.
pulled pork. Oh my gracious,
Yep.
pork loin.
Yep.
It was all just insane and incredible. So that was awesome. And it just kind of made me feel like this is a good rural America thing like we talk about in the pod.
It was something that I'm sure people do that in big cities too,
Mm-hmm.
but the space allows us to kind of, spread our wings and
Yeah.
have some fun with the guns. And not that all of us are gun hawks.
Yep.
I mean, I have a 22 that I'll get rid of some critters with, but
Yep.
otherwise, I'm not a gun fanatic. But it was a lot of fun to learn with guys that are very, very good around guns.
Yep, for sure. You and I also, we had a little AGcellent adventure the other day and a downpour trying to golf.
That was an adventure.
Yeah, we played, what did we do? We played like 2 holes and the rain came. We tried playing a couple more and it got gnarly.
Well, we went birdie to start the round, and then we were on our third hole. We were on a par 5 on the green and 2, so I didn't want to give it up,
Yeah.
and it just cut loose.
Yep.
And so it took a lot to get us into the clubhouse. And we were in there for 30, 40 minutes while it was downpouring.
Downpouring.
And but then we went back out, finished out, sort of.
Yeah.
We got to 4 holes left, and then nobody could hit a fairway.
No,
So,
we played 17 holes of golf.
Yeah.
We didn't play that last hole.
Yeah.
We decided to call it good.
Is that going to bother you for a while?
Nah.
Yeah, me neither.
I was ready to go eat.
Yeah, me too.
That's a prime rib.
Yeah.
Dude, that's another thing. Like in rural America, it's so many farmers and it's so much like big industry that these towns depend on. And we were there for biorefinery? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's an ethanol plant. Yeah.
Yeah, an ethanol plant was hosting like a customer appreciation day.
Mm-hmm.
So they cover the golf. They provide an amazing meal. I do this every year with John Deere.
Sure.
They cover the expensive golf. Just go golf, have a fun day on us. They give us Omaha steaks and amazing sides, and we just
Yeah.
have a great time. And
Yep.
that's one of the beauties of rural America. These companies, we need each other.
Yes.
They make plenty of money off of us.
That's right.
But we need them for our income also
Yep.
and our jobs.
Yep.
But then they have these nice customer appreciation nights, and it's fun. And I don't know. I feel like stuff like that might be few and far between in a more urban area.
I would agree with that. I think there's a lot of large companies that treat their employees really well, but they don't treat the end consumer of
Yeah.
your product as well. So, I mean, if we didn't have Poet 5 miles from here as a massive ethanol plant, I mean, probably one of the biggest in the state of Iowa, that would be a lot rougher for us as farmers if we had to take grain further. I mean, for us, all of our stuff is within probably 10, 15 miles, and to be able to haul it
Yeah.
6 miles has changed our operation big time.
Yeah.
And talk about money savings, and to have a plant that can bid up too, because like they need the corn to make the ethanol to get it on the rail.
Yeah.
Whereas Landis, if you only have one co-op or one place that takes corn for 30, 40 miles, then they're going to take a majority of that corn whether they bid up or not, right? But to have some competing entities trying to get our corn is a good thing for the farmer.
Yeah. Yeah. I love that stuff so much. So it's very well said.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of corn and rural America, it's time to talk about the state fair.
Oh, yeah.
One of probably the top 10 events that could ever happen in the world is a state fair.
Okay.
The food, the people watching, the smells you consume, the fun conversations and new people you can meet. Can't wait to rock my podcast shirt. I need to get Hut Hut Media shirts made.
You have a very different fair experience than I do.
Why?
Well, I prefer not as many people.
Oh, give me the people. Yeah.
Shocker.
The more people that can stare at me in my Hut Up Media shirt and maybe listen to our stuff, the better.
Go. Okay.
Plus, it's fun to like just interact and make new friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the State Fair of Iowa released their new foods list the other day.
Also known as the Iowa State Fair.
Yeah, the Iowa State Fair did. I've tried for a couple years to get in on like being like on the committee or a judge or like a host of some of these events.
Okay.
Still haven't cracked through, but someday I'm going to be the face of the State Fair.
Okay.
It's my goal.
All right.
I want to be the face of the Iowa State Fair.
All right.
So their new foods list is about 50 deep. I picked like my top 12 favorites.
Top 12.
Yeah.
Is that because you couldn't whittle it down any further?
Basically, yes.
Okay.
I was like, these are ones I have to talk about.
What number are you going to start with this time?
Well, I didn't number them. I just wrote down my favorites in alphabetical order.
Okay, that works.
So
Alphabetical. I'll take that.
I'm starting at B.
Oh.
All right. So the first one on the Iowa State Fair new
Bacon
foods
something.
list.
It's bacon something.
We got to make sure this episode comes out before the State Fair.
Yeah.
I think it will.
Bacon something.
Bacon, chicken ranch egg roll. It's crispy, golden egg roll packed with tender chicken, bacon, white cheddar cheese, and drizzled with their famous ranch.
Wow. Whose stand is this?
This is found at Win and Sarah's Kitchen.
Okay.
By the way, every single thing I wrote down here, I plan on eating in one single day at the fair. So I'm going to be disgusting.
All right.
But I'm also going to burn like probably 5,000 calories.
A lot of walking
around.
Yeah. A lot of walking.
All right. This is one of my favorites. The brisket tenderloin. Breaded beef tenderloin made from fresh beef, deep fried, and topped with a special sauce, lettuce, tomato, onion, and pickles, and served on a golden sesame seed bun. This can be found at the Rib Shack.
All right. That sounds like culinary expertise.
Yeah.
If you're willing to take brisket, cover it in batter, fry it,
oh yeah,
put it on a bun.
Brisket, man.
Can you imagine a deep fried brisket? Oh my!
Yeah,
I had glitched there for a
That'll
second.
work.
Got
That'll
little
work.
goosebumps thinking about it. Literal goosebumps.
Yeah.
People, my love of food is not an act. It's very real.
Okay.
So, okay, now we're getting crazy. Cap'n Crunch Berry funnel cakes.
I'm out.
A golden funnel
I'll
cake.
try it, I suppose.
Dusted with powdered sugar and topped with crunchy, colorful Captain Crunch Berry cereal. Located at Jada's Funnel Cake.
So does Jada's come with a disclaimer that the top of your mouth is going to be shredded for days after eating the funnel cake?
Small little thing at the bottom. Your mouth will be raw hamburger
Does
for
it
the next 2
use
days.
actual like full Captain Crunch, or does it use Oops All Berries?
I think it's full Captain Crunch
man.
berry cereal. So the crunch with the berries.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you're going to get some mouth assault.
Yeah. That's
The berries are
whole
round
deal.
and not too assaulty. It's the Captain Crunch that'll get you.
Just trashes everything.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Chicken pickle ranch pocket on a stick.
Chicken pickle
Ranch pocket on a stick.
So it's like a hot pocket.
This is a thick cut, sweet
But on a stick.
dill and garlic pickles stacked with smoky grilled chicken, drizzled in a sweet and zesty ranch butter glaze, and skewered. So I think it's a pickle chicken skewer, but they call it a chicken pickle ranch pocket on a stick. So I just think
Say
it's
that
going to
10
go.
times as fast as you can.
I just think it's going to go pickle chicken, pickle chicken, pickle chicken.
The pocket is what threw me off.
Yeah, I don't understand that. That can be found at JR's South Pork Ranch.
All right.
All right. This is insane, and I cannot wait to try this when I go. It's called the Choco Tater. It is a chocolate-dipped treat with a surprise center. The surprise center, a silky blend of mashed potatoes, shredded coconut, and powdered sugar, all handmade, chilled, and dunked in smooth dark chocolate and topped with a raspberry lemon drizzle.
Raspberry lemon drizzle.
This is found at the
Mashed
Iowa
potatoes and
Specialty
chocolate?
Iowa Specialty Crop Growers Association. Yeah, mashed potatoes, coconut, and powdered sugar mixed together and dipped in chocolate.
The Iowa Specialty Crop Growers are pushing potatoes here,
I guess.
or
Iowa
chocolate, cocoa, or cacao.
Probably
that-
cacao.
Is that something that's is that
Wait, that's
common?
not Columbia. What?
Is mashed potatoes and chocolate common? I've never heard
No,
that.
this
that
is why I'm so
combination.
excited to try it, because I don't think that's common at all.
My assumption is it's not going to be a sweet version of a potato.
No.
So the interior is going to be potato, coconut, and sugar. Is that what it said?
Yeah, powdered sugar.
I can totally see that working. If you don't throw salt and garlic and butter and chives and stuff in there.
Regular potato, sweet potato.
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be regular?
Oh, a regular potato. I don't think you can
yeah,
do a sweet potato.
probably just Idaho. I can't wait to try
You mean an
it.
Iowa potato?
An Iowa potato. Whoops. Deep fried banana s'mores, warm bananas and melted chocolate wrapped in a crispy golden batter.
Mm.
Oh, yummy. That's found at Taylor Concessions. Deep fried PB&J with Nutella. Peanut butter and chocolate hazelnut fried in a homemade batter topped with powdered sugar and Nutella drizzle found at the Bird's Nest. Yes, please.
That sounds good. You're getting too desserty for me, though.
Last year, you know what I had there? I had a deep fried PB&J Uncrustable.
Ooh, that sounds good.
It was insanely good.
That sounds good.
I had to let it cool for 10 minutes.
Do they even bother to cover it in batter, or do they just throw it in the fryer?
They covered it in batter and then put it in.
Whoa.
Dude, it was unbelievable. I did lose all taste in my mouth for an hour because that first bite was just lava jelly.
Fried it.
It was just
strawberry or grape.
Jelly.
Strawberry or grape.
You could choose, and I chose grape.
Oh,
Grape's my favorite jelly.
Mm.
Strawberry yours?
I'd take a strawberry.
All right, fair.
Take a blackberry over
All right, we're
all
getting
of them.
too sweet. I've got the fix for you.
There you go.
Fairgrounds Fiesta Wonton.
Yeah.
This is an egg salad, fresh jalapenos, crispy bacon, creamy cheddar, and zesty seasoning folded into a giant wonton shell and fried till golden brown, drizzled with hot honey, and finished with a pico de gallo.
That sounds delicious.
Cluck and Coop is where you can find that. I'm very excited for that.
Are
one.
all these along the main stretch right when you come in, or are these? I'm not a huge Iowa State Fair.
Yeah, so
I've
half
been there
will be
a couple
along the main
times, but-
stretch when you come in. And then there's like a fork in the road, 2 different ways you can go.
Yeah.
And then you're going to find more food along each of these paths. And you go way in the back of the fair, and then there's a whole other row of trucks, which is where a lot of these are.
Okay.
It is very spread out.
So don't
there.
just stop at one chunk. You need to go visit them all.
You need to visit them all.
Get all
And
the way
there
around the
is
fair.
A lot. And then there's like a little area in the middle where there's like permanent buildings, which is where like your lobster roll is every year, your Nathan's hot dogs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of lobster biscuits and gravy.
Whoa.
Are you kidding me right now?
Man.
Cheesy biscuits smothered in rich, buttery lobster gravy. How good does that sound? That is also found at JR's South Pork Ranch. So at
JR's, man, they
at
are
JR, you can
killing
get
it.
that and the chicken pickle ranch pocket on a stick.
I'm going lobster biscuits and gravy all day.
I know, but you're not like me where you're just going to do them both.
Is that going to be $48 for a lobster biscuits and
Probably.
gravy?
They have a lobster roll there that's $55 that I bought last year.
So the budget, you got to be. I mean,
I'll
you've got
spend $300-400 at the fair. I don't care, just on food, and might see a couple things I want to buy.
Man, I mean, if I'm going to go for an experience, you go for the food experience. I should go with you just to try a bite of everything that you finish.
Come with us.
Yeah,
It'd be so much fun. We could have.
I
We
think
could have
I'm
an
in.
excellent adventure.
What's the date?
We haven't decided when we're going yet. It's like from August 13th through the 25th or something like
I'll
that.
be around.
So we haven't decided when we're going. Probably on a weekday because there's a few less people.
All right.
So
Yeah, less people's better.
we should make this happen. Bring Dave along.
What do you got?
It's going to be exciting. All right. Maple bacon, bourbon, grilled cheese. This is a maple bread layered with maple bourbon cream cheese, gourmet maple bourbon cheddar cheese, and bourbon maple candied bacon, then grilled and then served on your maple bourbon raspberry. Served with a maple bourbon raspberry dipping sauce. This is found at What's Your Cheese?
There was so many maple bourbons in there. I
That's
got
all I heard
lost.
was maple bourbon.
Can you just tell me? Okay, everything's got maple bourbon.
Yeah.
Tell me what the things were again.
So
There's
it's
cream cheese.
So inside your grilled cheese, located on your maple bourbon bread, is going to be cream cheese, cheddar cheese, and candied bacon, and that's going to be between maple bourbon bread made into a grilled cheese, and you'll have a raspberry dipping sauce, which also happens to be a maple bourbon raspberry dipping
all
sauce.
the things are maple bourbon.
Yes.
Is the bacon bits also maple bourbon?
Maple bourbon candied bacon.
Bourbon.
It's a bacon covered maple bourbon candied bacon.
Yes.
Okay.
Literally. Potato half and half Korean corn dog. Yes, please. Crispy crinkle fries fried into a golden batter, wrapped around half mozzarella and half all beef hot dog with 4 dipping sauces, including sweet chili and spicy mayo.
Oh man. Where's that at?
That is located at Golden K Dog, which I believe is on the main strip when you walk in.
Okay.
And this one's insane, as I saved it for last. Sweet Swine Stack Attack. This is Barksdale State Fair chocolate chip cookies, which are iconic.
Right.
You can just get a bucket of the chocolate chip cookies.
Okay.
All right, hear me out. It's the chocolate chip cookies, cheese curds, and bacon loaded between 2 slices of grilled sourdough bread. Cookies, cheese curds, and bacon on a sandwich. I have to try it. And that's located at the Bubbly Bar.
They're just taking what they got left over and throwing it on sandwiches.
Can you imagine? I'm so excited to try it.
The Bubbly Bar.
Yeah, the Bubbly Bar. Sweet Swine Stack Attack.
I think people work their entire lives to get a permanent location at the fair, don't they?
It's spendy.
It's a huge deal.
Yeah, I want to look into getting a booth there sometime and doing like live shows and having Hut Hut Media at the fair.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
But I imagine not cheap.
Agreed.
So,
and you got to be there for 7 days.
True.
I know you can talk for 7 days, but I don't know if I can talk for 7 days.
You could just come for a couple.
It might do that. Yeah.
Yeah, so chocolate chip cookies, curds, and bacon on a sandwich. I'm excited to see what that's about.
Nice.
Might be terrible. Might be amazing. Never know till you try.
That's a good list. Well done. Yeah. There's a few that stick out to me. I don't think I'd bother with the calories for some of those, but some of them really are. I'm interested. Mm-hmm. Brisket.
Yep. We're going to need to do a side view of me before the fair and after the fair.
Portrait.
See the difference.
Are we hitting the gym up after the fair?
I think we should.
After, I think I would just do it before. Just go before. You're not going to be able to move
after. But after, we'll just walk on a treadmill for an hour.
It's just walking.
Chest and triceps before, and then
side ache.
back and
chest and
biceps
tries
after.
ahead, and then walk off afterwards.
All right. A little catch up on the farm here before we hit our main topic. I had to treat some calves for pink eye. This is an issue you can what's the word I'm looking for? That can happen, arrive. Anyway, an issue that can happen when you have baldies, which are black calves with white faces because of Hereford cows. Because the white face attracts more flies and stuff. And in a year like this where it's super muddy and rainy and crappy and they're fighting flies, there's way more flies than normal, so they're standing together trying to battle them. You'll have that. So I had some calves that had some bad pink eye. Had to have the vet come out and treat them. So I'm getting to the last one. I had a complete brain fart. So we run the calves. I have them in a building where I run them out of the building, and I have gates set up where they run out of the building straight into the head gate. But on the head gate is a side gate I have to open that goes against our fence, so they go into head gate, and I swing that gate shut behind them.
Yeah.
Well, I let the calf out before him, and for some reason I shut that gate again. And I went to get the last calf, and the vet had a girl with him who was doing like a summer internship. She's an Iowa State student in vet school. I totally forget to have that open. So, I let the calf out. It runs out, sees her, and just stops dead. And it's like a 400-pound calf and just stares at her. And I notice that I don't have the gate open. I yell at her. I go, open that gate. And I like open all the gates behind this calf, and I back away, hoping it'll run back. And it just stood there and stared at her. She opens the gate, and it just walks right into the head gate. And I thought, if there's not proof of Jesus to people, this is it. Because that calf should have been out running around on the highway. And instead it stopped dead in its tracks. And then this girl just knew like to grab the right lever to open this gate and not let the calf out. I was so mad at myself. I was like, you stupid idiot, Adam. How many times have you done this? And you about had a calf running around for no reason. You would have ruined your whole day, and it would have been all your fault. And the vet just looked at me. He goes, we got lucky there.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. I was like, this is proof of God.
Yeah. That
he just stops his calf dead in its track. It just stares at her, and she just opens the gate, and then it walks into the head gate. I was like, wow.
Woo.
So I got real lucky there. But yeah, the pink eye, I checked on these calves. They look good. Looks like it's going away. The vet has to hold their eye open. So we have to put a halter on them.
Okay.
And then you pull their head. My bad. You have to pull their head to the side, and it kind of holds their still. And then he can open their eyes and like put the stuff in them and like rub it around. And then he has like this little patch thing that he puts on. It just kind of sticks on there. It eventually just falls off.
Okay.
But they look good now.
Okay.
A lot of flies on the farm right now currently, though.
I bet.
So my dad and I have been spraying them, trying to help take care of it and stuff. This dry weather helps out. Unfortunately, 8 days of rain are coming.
Yeah.
According to the forecast. But let's not get depressed. This is a happy day. The weather's nice outside right now.
It's beautiful out. Actually, get some work done today.
So I had that. That's about all I had for an update. We talked about the hay cutting and stuff. So
yeah.
How's things going for you on the farm?
They're good, man. I've got one field I need to respray, and I'm going to try it this afternoon, I think.
Yeah.
And which is, you don't love leaving ruts in the field.
Yeah.
And so might just have to be, But we've actually been out walking with knives along ditches and trying to just knock out fence row stuff. And because you let a water hemp weed go to seed, and it's 500,000 seeds, and so you want to try and get those, even if it's just 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, try and knock them out. Try and knock out those seeds before they get to the finish line. And so you're out there with a machete trying to knock them down, and you're wet because it's been so humid, and just trying to get to it's fine. Everything seems to be going all right, but it's you can't win them all. Yeah. And so you're just trying to do the best you can to keep the pressure down going into next year. And it's easy to see them in the beans, but in the corn, we made the silly decision. We weren't really thinking about it. A lot of times we just plant a double pro corn, which you can really only spray Roundup on at this time of year. Mm-hmm. And these weeds, they laugh at Roundup on the edges. These water hemp do. And so we split planted one number that's a double pro and one number that's a Smart Stacks. The Smart Stacks can handle Liberty being sprayed on it. And we didn't think about it. We put the Smart Stacks on the inside instead of on the outside when we ran around when we did the end rows around the field. And so I can't spray Liberty on that stuff on some of those fields. And so some of them I can just walk up there and I can just spray Roundup around the outside, and some of them we actually got to walk and hack it out. So
fun, good workout.
That's what we're doing, before the rain comes, trying to get it. And it's not terrible. It's
living it up,
but my agronomist sent us, what we do is we send out an agronomy update to a lot of guys that we sell seed to and prospective customers. And the first full page and a half in this agronomy update is, all right, guys, get ready to get your cultivators out and get your hose out and get your machetes out and start walking stuff. And I was like, I'm not sending this to any of my customers. None of them want to hear this. Guys, I'm not going to
go back to 2001.
They need to kind of hear it. Like, it's part of what we're going to have to do in terms of management. We're going to have to get used to using some mechanical advantages again, because herbicides, they keep restricting herbicides and our ability to put them on timely. And so,
these weeds just become used to them eventually.
And they're adapting so rapidly that we have to just get back to using machetes and stuff. But I was like, I'm not going to send that to everybody. Yeah. They can figure that out on their own. I'm not going to be the guy to break it to them.
All right, Dave, before we get into this, I wanted to commend you on your wonderful looking sweet corn patch.
Thank you.
First of all, love the machete thing.
Yeah.
I think it makes you look like when I went to Guatemala, you'd go out. I went out and toured a coffee grounds field, coffee field where they make the coffee and then they grind it and ship it all over the world. Okay. You'd see guys out there with machetes just hacking away.
Yeah.
Sweat. I mean, it looked like Swiss Family Robinson out there. They're wearing their baggy like pirate shirts, sweating and stuff. So you could look cool like that out there.
Yes.
Also, wonderful looking sweet corn patch behind us.
Thank you.
And they are near some tree issues we've been having, and you said you wanted to talk about that. You have some dying trees.
Yeah, we planted this grove. It would have been 2023, spring of 23. And we've been, I think I mentioned it a couple of podcasts ago, that I'm looking to buy some trees because we've had a few die out. And we're pretty particular. We've planted a lot of trees around here. And around my dad's newer house, we planted all those trees.
Yeah.
Everything seems to be doing great. We've got a lot of variety of types of trees. And so, but I planted about 30 sugar maples that were about 14 foot tall. We got from a nursery up north of Sioux City in Akron. And when we got them, they came in 20-gallon pots. So like huge black pots, right? These are big, but they came out of, I think, the Northwest, maybe Oregon. And so we kind of assumed that since they were in the pot, they were potted in the pot. Right?
Yeah.
And so we go and we got a 36-inch skid loader attachment to drill out these holes because these pots they're huge. So we go to plant them, and I go ahead and I cut the pots, try to slide it into the hole, and it falls apart. And all I'm left with is a stick and like 4 short bare roots. Like they just threw these trees in the pot, threw dirt on them.
Well, that's not great.
And so then I was left with, all right, now I have this stick. It's a stick with basically no roots, which this isn't uncommon. To have a bare root tree isn't that uncommon.
Yeah.
But it was potted like it wasn't a bare root tree.
Yeah.
And so then I was left with this enormous hole and this tiny little stick that I had to put in there. So aside from that, so we planted all the trees, we got them in. They did pretty well the first year. Year 2, they did pretty well. And then going into this last winter, we lost a couple. And then coming out of winter, I'm down like 5 now. So what did I do? Yeah, and I mean year 3, we shouldn't be having issues, especially if they got off to a decent start.
Yeah.
And so year 3, I'm thinking, well, what's the deal here, right? What's going on? And so I actually have taken pictures and I sent them to our county Iowa State Extension Office. I don't know if you're familiar with this, but you can take any issues that you have, herbicide, or if you've got pest issues, you got plants that are dying, you can take pictures and upload them to the Iowa State pathology website.
Yep.
And so you can take all this stuff and then they will forward it on to whatever specialist that they think can take a look at it and they can give you some feedback. So I did this. I sent it off to the Sac County Extension Office and then they forwarded it to a tree specialist. And the guy said, well, actually, they're planted too deep. So I was like, oh boy, that's not good.
Too deep.
Yeah. Because
the deeper, the better.
Well,
not getting moisture?
Well, my assumption is when we pulled those out of the pots, there wasn't any dirt that we thought was with it. And so I just kind of like put them in the bottom of the area that we had drilled out with that big auger bit.
Yeah.
And I'm sure I probably put it in too deep and then we just funneled in around it, right?
Yeah.
And when you get dirt up past that crown, so those roots come up into kind of a crown area at the bottom of the stalk, and then if you get dirt too far up on that, I think you actually start to get stalk rot. And so it'll start to eat the bark and disintegrate the bark, and then I'm sure you end up with fungal issues or whatever else. But how cool is it that I can take pictures of a problem that I have, send it to our state land grant university, and I get feedback? How cool is that?
Yeah.
I wasn't happy with the feedback. I'm pretty mad about what I did, but at the same time, I actually have a plan of action because I was wondering, do I have a disease issue? Do I have a fungal issue?
Yeah.
Do I have herbicide drift issue? They were kind of thinking those might be some of the issues, but we haven't sprayed since April, and all of a sudden I got trees dying in July.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's really the case, and it's a one-off deal, so I don't think we got herbicide issues. But the depth makes sense. That makes sense. So
yeah, it is. We've worked with the extension office on things before too. They're very, very helpful.
Yeah.
We have those awesome resources.
I was really
here where we
surprised.
live.
Yeah.
So, because I mean, these areas are, these small communities are farm communities. Like farming, I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but farming pushes the economy in these towns and stuff. So you got to have these places that are there to help you when they need. They help farmers and stuff. But so what's the plan of action? You gonna dig trees up?
Well, no, I think I'm gonna start with spades and dig down to see how far down that crown is from the top of the soil. So I'll start there, see if I can get it to breathe a little bit. Because right now we've got 5 that are dead. There's 2 that have died out here this year. Some they just haven't been able to handle the environmental stresses, and I think that's because there's issues at the base.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna dig down, see how far down it is, and then if I need to get a skid loader out and shape the dirt around it so it's not working out towards the base, if I can get it to
kind
shape
of like
down.
a toilet bowl looking thing around it. Almost.
Yeah, yep, and try and figure out where that depth level is, and see if I can kind of rehab them back to health. I think they'll be fine if I can do that.
Yeah,
and then from there, I think we just replace the ones we have or that are dead, and try not to plant them too deep. Yeah, but fun story. Do you know how the Iowa State Extension Office got started?
No.
Anybody? Josiah? All right. So the Iowa State Extension Office was ironically started by a couple guys here in Odebolt.
Get out.
Sort of. Right. So I told the
Everything
story.
runs through Odebolt, Iowa.
I told the story of when Iowa State University went to hire a guy. I think his name was J.P. Holden.
Yep.
And so he was a professor in Illinois, and they hired him to come to Iowa State, or they tried to hire him to come to Iowa State, and he turned him down. So I think Beardshire was the president of Iowa State at the time, came to a couple wealthy landowners in Odebolt, Iowa. One was C.W. Cook, and the other one was Hiram Wheeler, and they had the 2 biggest contiguous ranches in the state of Iowa. And they agreed to pay him like $50,000 over 10 years or something. It may not have been that much, but anyway, it convinced him to come to Iowa State.
Yeah.
So Iowa State had a big fire in the vet school or something else. I think it was in their vet program back in the early 1900s. And so they started doing a bunch of research here on Cook Farm, only a mile from here. They started feeding all these cattle, doing all these feed tests. And they thought, well, this seems to be a pretty good connection. They started what was called the Corn Gospel Train. And so
the Corn Gospel
Train got started. And so they had some issues in the early 1900s with germination and some wet springs, cold springs. And so JP, I think his name was JP Holden, got on a train and they stopped at all the little towns across the state. And they would pile all the farmers in the train cars and they would give these short presentations on the train cars. And then they would move on to the next town and move on to the next town. And that eventually birthed the Iowa State Extension Office. How cool is that?
I feel like everything that happens in Iowa somehow runs through Odebo.
There's some amazing history in this town.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's shocking. Yeah. So if you want to talk about popcorn, we can talk about popcorn. We can talk about combines. We can talk about combines. There's a lot of stuff.
And it all led to Cooper DeJean winning a Super Bowl.
Pick six, baby. Pick six.
All this stuff happened in Odebo, and the most famous thing is a high school kid who went on to play for the Eagles.
How cool is that? You know,
that is amazing. Gosh, it'd be fun to dive into some of that stuff more.
Iowa State Extension
future
Office.
episodes.
Yeah, really neat.
All started from the Iowa State Extension Office.
Yeah,
Eagles guy.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah.
Boom. Fascinating stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that next year, this time, we're sitting here looking at some beautiful maple trees out there that are absolutely flourishing.
They'll come around. We'll get there.
Right on. All right. Another wonderful organization, the Sheldon Power and Equipment Company.
Holy smokes.
Located in Sheldon, Iowa.
You know, I did a little digging, and they do have some side-by-sides for sale.
I thought I saw some on their website
You
one
saw
day.
correctly.
Boom.
Yeah.
I need one. Been needing a side-by-side for spraying cattle. I'd like to get a bigger tank. We have a tank on the back of our four-wheeler. We'll go out with the sprayer, and while they're lining up at the bunk, my dad will spray them with the mix for flies.
Yep.
I'd like to get a bigger sprayer on a side-by-side, not just for cattle, but also like fence lines and everything else, and just to have one to drive around because they're fun.
Yeah. They are. I think what you need in calving season, especially when it's cold, is you need one of those big spotlights on the roof. You drive out there, and then you don't have to get cold or anything. You know.
Now we're talking. Sometimes I like to get cold and feel like one with nature. You?
I'm good. I'm good.
You wear enough layers, it's not that bad. It's just your cheeks that get frostbite.
Man, they have such a variety of tools up there, though, whether it's lawn care, grain carts, tillage tools.
Yeah, they got it all.
Trailers, buildings. They have so many things. It's really incredible.
People, what are you doing? Check out Sheldon Power and Equipment.
That's right.
And for crying out loud, get yourself a brand new spanking awesome, take it to town and show off to the ladies mower. That's what I'm going to do when I want to get my next wife.
There you go.
I'm going to buy a mower from Sheldon Power and Equipment.
You ride that baby down the highway. They'll be looking.
Cat calls left and right.
A real head turner.
Yeah. Zero turn, turning heads.
Hey.
All right. The other day, actually not the other day, just last night, I was looking through my notes, and we have we should talk about bullet point a while jobs we had as kids or like childhood jobs that people have had in rural Iowa that probably a lot of city kids would have even no idea what these jobs are, but it's jobs that shape us, teach us hard work. We might have hated them at the time, but now we're kind of thankful we did them, or we look back and can laugh about it or sometimes even like brag, like, yeah, I did that as a kid.
I did that.
And stuff. And so I thought we should share some of those. Obviously, you and I are going to just have natural farm ones, but even like there's kids in town that found jobs on farms and doing other stuff. So one of the first ones that instantly comes to my mind, shelling corn. Did you ever shell corn?
I have never shelled corn. A lot of stories. Never shelled it.
Man, I remember being a kid, and when shelling corn days came along, it was like my mom's in the kitchen making like 50 sandwiches. We got tons of pop, cookies, bars. All the guys that are helping out their wives are chipping in. And then we would take food out, and it's like 15 guys out. Yeah. My dad shelling, like when it was his turn for his fields, were shelling corn. And I always thought it was so awesome. Then I got older, and it was just me and 3 friends who would do it. And my
less
dad,
awesome.
I know, less awesome. Then you're crawling around your corn crib, pushing it down into the conveyor that's taking it into the sheller that it'll pull the corn off of the cob, and the cobs are piling up into a truck. You got mice running up your pant legs, rats running in your pants.
That's disgusting.
No joke. I bet in a corn crib when we would do that, I would see 200 mice and rats.
How did you not put something around the bottom of your pants?
I did after I had a near-death experience.
Yeah.
I mean, not near-death of manhood experience. Had a rat heading north. But luckily, I killed that thing by pounding the inside of my thigh multiple times. And then from there on out, I taped my leg. Dave, can't imagine.
It's giving me the
it's not a great feeling.
The squirmies right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's now we like wear our nice, like stretchy, kind of form-fitting Wrangler jeans.
Yeah.
Back in the day, it was all baggy. There was room for things to get in.
Oh, man.
You wear jorts.
Well, I do now, yes. But occasionally I do wear jeans. It's very seldom.
Yeah.
But I do wear them. So that was the first one I thought of. I was like, man, this is... And my friends who come out, like whenever I see them, they'll be like, yeah, remember when we did that? That was awesome. They didn't grow up on a farm.
Yeah.
But they loved coming out and doing that hard work and that farm work.
So on your cribs, are yours like a center drive under crib?
Yep.
Okay. So you got two bays on each side.
Yep.
Where all your corn is.
Mm-hmm.
So did you have a full center drag that when you turned it on, it would start dragging out? Or
Yep.
did you have one that you moved in, you had to rake it down into it?
Had to move it in, and then we raked it down into it.
Yeah.
Yep, there was like boards that were just long enough to cover that for when we put the corn
just
in. Then we'd
pull
have
the
to like
boards
pull
out.
boards out as we go.
So how often was
Yeah.
that a brick wall that you had to scrape that down out of?
About half the time. Yeah, you'd be crawling way up in there, and you'd like be sitting on your butt, like trying to push corn down with your
man.
foot.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like the city of rats are running around you while you're pushing corn down, keeping your head on a swivel, making sure they're not running over your shoulder. We needed, that'd have been awesome footage. We should shell corn again just for YouTube videos.
For Rodent City.
Yeah.
No.
Man, it was
It's not
wild.
worth it, guys.
So-
it's not worth it to drag all
Yeah.
those rats into your place
I,
again.
I wish I could remember the last year we did it. I want to say it was like 2001. We were still doing it pretty late. I want to say 2001.
You were shelling corn in 2001?
I think I was a freshman when we did the last time
Wow.
we shelled corn.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a thing of the past now.
It is.
I wasn't shelling corn in 2001.
No, you were
Were you
1 years
born in
old.
2001?
He was
No, I'm born in 2000.
Oh,
1 year old.
yeah.
So that was the first one I thought of. That and baling hay, instantly the first two that come to mind.
Yeah.
Those are like big jobs. And back in the day, I remember in the grocery store in Elta, there'd be a big list by the door, and it would be all the farmers in town would write their name and phone number on this list, and then beside their name and phone number was a jobs category, like jobs we have that you can do over the summer. And like kids in the high school and kids in town would see that,
Yeah.
call the farmers and be like,
Sure.
hey, I want to find work this summer.
Yeah.
And do that. So that's how my dad had his original hay baling kids that would help him until I got old enough, was just kids from the school that wanted to come out and make money over the summer.
Wow.
And then eventually I got 7th grade. Then me and my buddies took over and started doing it. But that was like, I wish that would come back,
Yeah.
because those jobs, like kids that didn't grow up on a farm or maybe have that opportunity, like that's valuable, like hard work, life lessons.
Yeah.
Plus, you just get to learn cool things. Like my dad was teaching these kids how to like fix balers and fix bearings and
Yeah.
like fix broken things on equipment. And like, that's probably stuff they use in life now.
Yeah.
But those are the first two that came to mind for me.
So, and part of that reason I think is that square baling, small squares,
Oh, yeah.
doesn't happen nearly as much as it used to.
Nope.
Most guys are going big, round, 1,000-pound bales. And so throwing bales isn't as much of a thing anymore.
No, it's not.
And that's
So you don't
that's
need
kind
as
of-
many people. Yeah.
the like summertime hay stuff is much less. A lot of guys that used to run livestock have gone 100% grain, like our family. You know, we don't run any livestock anymore. And so that's part of the reason why that's probably less of a thing. And technology and the size of machinery can basically do it all for you. Yeah, there's some great tools, but I didn't grow up throwing bales, you know. But I hear
Gotta get
about
you out there on the rack.
I hear about how terrible it was, and I'm like, well, technology's not so bad.
Well, second cutting coming up here. We're probably going to do about 600 square bales.
I mean, I'm good. I think you'll do a great job.
You wanna join?
You'll do a great job at it. You'll do a great job. Yeah.
All I do now is, I just ride the rack by myself, and my dad drives.
Especially since there's a good chance that they're going to be wet and they're going to be heavy.
Yeah, and the day we bale hay, 104 heat index.
Yeah, it's going to be so
Never
hot.
fails.
Yeah.
Yeah, it bums me out that I can't take my shirt off and get a good tan bale, and my whole body will just be cut up if I do.
Scraped up.
Yeah. So what's one you can think of?
So we, a couple that we had. One, we had detasseling, right? A lot of kids detassel around this area or did detassel.
Yep.
So for seed companies that were trying to crossbreed corn genetics, they'd bus out kids to pull the tassels so that they would crossbreed the tasseled ones into the non-tasseled ones. That's how they would breed that stuff. So a lot of kids went out in buses, right? They would have a crew that goes out 6 o'clock in the morning. They'd start walking all these and pulling all the tassels.
Yep. It was awful.
And what we did was we actually direct contracted with Garst ourselves.
Yep.
So we just had a crew of 5 of us.
That's the way to do it right
instead
there.
of bus loads. And so we would keep all that money to the 5 of us. We wouldn't get as many acres done in a year, but we didn't care because we made more money.
Yeah, way more money.
And so I think one year I wasn't a part of this crew, but I think my brother Steve and his friends were. I think they contracted out 90 acres one summer just for the 5 of them, which is that's quite a few acres.
When you're walking it,
you're walking it. Yeah.
But those are like, it's over the course of what, like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks. Yeah, 3 weeks. Maybe.
Yeah, I had a friend who did that.
Yeah.
And I went with like the company that took the busload of kids.
Yeah.
He made so much more money than me. But they did like 6 a.m. to like 8 p.m. at night.
Yeah. Yeah. They would. So they had a bunch of math wizards on their crew. And so they would try to figure out how much money per tassel they were making. If you got X amount of tassels in a row, you've got so many thousands per acre seeds, right? And so then you knew about how many tassels you were pulling per round.
Yeah.
And they had it down.
I
they had
love
it down. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. That was one for sure. How about you?
Yeah, I did that. I actually our pastor's son, my best friend, he was the friend who came out and helped me bale hay a lot in high school.
Sure.
Did odd jobs around the farm with me. I got him involved in detasseling and roguing one year, and boy, did we both hated it.
Yeah.
But he really hated
It's
it. But I
terrible.
remember we got our paycheck for the summer when it came, and he goes, all those hours and all that work we did, the dewy, nasty fields. He goes, I basically feel like we did it for free for the money they sent us. I think it was like $5.25 an hour.
Oh,
and my
really?
friends who contracted it was coming out to like $30 an hour they were making.
We made some decent money.
Yeah.
Yeah, we made some decent. I mean, mine paid for a car or two.
Yep. So
Yeah.
I should have got on that, but you live and learn.
That's all right. Do you have any other jobs?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. And this might be like a 2-parter where we talk about some now and then save a part 2. Helping clear trees and chop wood. I just feel like that's a job that's never ending, like fence line trees, getting those out, chopping them up, hauling it away. Groves that are getting overrun or pastures that got trees coming up you got to take care of. That was something I did. I'd be out there chopping them up with my friends. My dad taught me how to use a chainsaw. I was like 15, 16.
Mm-hmm.
Start doing that because the old man and all these guys, they don't want to do it. They got the kids that can go out and do it.
Well,
pay them $10 an hour or something like that.
So I hear, I think in a previous episode you said, man, I wish somebody would come clean out my grove.
Yes.
And then I'm also hearing, I wish they brought back this little thing at the grocery store where you could put some names
I should
up
probably
and a
do
job
this.
up. Why don't you just start that and say, cut up trees, clean up pasture, $10 an hour?
I should, honestly. Or maybe I don't know. Is $10 an hour fair nowadays?
That's probably not going to make it today.
12?
I don't know.
12
There's got to
bucks
be a high schooler kid that would just be like,
$10 an hour.
you
I'll
put
sell all the wood and split the wood with you.
Yeah, they can work with their headphones in. Just go get started and
Yeah, probably
make
gonna
it
have to
happen.
sign a waiver though that if you like cut yourself, I'm not responsible.
Well, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. And that's also what's changed between 40 years ago and now.
Yeah, I know. Back then it was just assumed like don't be an idiot.
Yeah, don't be an idiot, and then you're not going to sue me because I don't have anything that's worth anything.
I do actually have a buddy who I'm thinking of right now whose son doesn't do sports, just loves to work. I should honestly hit him up.
Yeah.
See if he wants to come out and spend like a week, 2 weeks chopping this up. I'll pay him $1,000 or something like that.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Why not?
Because these trees gotta go.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do it.
That sounds awesome.
Isn't it? Oh man.
Have him and a couple buddies. Have him and a couple buddies come and and they can have the firewood. They can put it on Facebook for sale.
Yeah. When did life come full circle? Well, all of a sudden we're the old farmers hiring people.
Here we are.
Gosh dang it.
Here we are.
When did that happen?
I don't want to say that what you're complaining about is something you can fix, but it sounds like you can fix it.
This is wild though. I'm having a weird moment right now where I was back in the day the one doing the labor, and now I'm thinking like I don't want to do it. I want to hire some kid. What the heck just happened?
Here we go. All right.
Man.
Oh, my other one. Okay.
Yeah.
I can remember this. So as corn yields have gotten better, people have needed to put up more storage to hold grain. And so we have, there were probably 4 bins on site that have been there since, I was pretty little. I think we put up one when I was, 3, 4, 5 years old. But then the last one we put up, I was 16. And so it's a 38 footer, I think, 38 or 39 footer. And so we weren't going to hire somebody to do the concrete work.
Yeah.
So I had a spade, and there's a little bit of a grade to where this pad needed to go. So I was the guy with the spade that dug out the 39-foot, 3-foot deep footing for this deal. And it was so hot.
Gross.
So hot. I'm also the guy
probably hurting.
I'm also the guy that with a sledgehammer took the building down ahead of time that used to be there and by myself, So just a whole summer of smashing stuff, and which was fun, honestly. It was kind of fun. It gave me something to do. I was bored during the summertime, and it was kind of a workout. You're inside a shed in 100-degree temperatures, sweating, and with a sledgehammer. So that stuff was fun.
Yeah, every swing you're thinking the girls in school are going to be impressed with these muscles, baby. At least that's how I was thinking in high school.
Yeah, I mean, I was too. It just didn't work out that it was a girl from our school.
If I would have had Snapchat in high school, I would have been insufferable.
Yeah.
I would have always been posting snaps of me working on the farm.
Yeah.
I would have had no friends.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Let's dive into the auction and see what we can find.
All right, let's get into the auction segment, shall we? I got more jobs. We can talk about them later because it's going to lead to some fun discussion.
Oh, yeah.
We'll do a part 2 on those.
Yep.
All right, Dave. I discovered a website last night that I had never heard of.
Okay.
And I went down a rabbit hole, and I'm going to have many future auction items from this site.
I'm excited because I've been searching for some new auction websites, so this is great.
So this one is called, have you ever heard of Charity Buzz?
Is this a crazy take, or is this a...
So all three of mine are like very unique / like I want them all.
Okay.
So I just decided to pick 3 from this website.
Okay.
And they're my auction items.
All right.
So this first, it's Charity Buzz.
Charity Buzz.
So basically you can bid on like cool experiences that like rich people hang out with rich people, cool experiences, what might be.
Hold on. I'm trying to get the name down here. So rich people are hanging out with you?
Essentially, yeah. You're paying for the opportunity to just rub shoulders briefly with famous people, rich people, experiences that we normally couldn't do that rich people get to do all the time.
Does the money go to the rich people, or does the money go to a charity? Or is their time with you considered charity too?
Wow, I didn't even think about that. I would assume.
I'm just curious, like, am I the charity?
I think this money, I think this is auctions for charity.
Okay.
But the experiences are super cool.
Okay.
Because as some of them I've read about, the money actually goes to a good cause.
All right. That's what I needed to know. I'm not the charity if I bid on this and someone hangs out with me.
Some of the times, though, we might be the charity case.
Okay.
So this first one is called Bourbon and Bonfire Weekend, featuring Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters.
What?
This is in September 25 in Montana. Your bid supports the Luann Elise Foundation.
Okay.
So this ends in 5 days and 4 hours from now. The current bid is $1,350. They said the estimate that they think it'll go for is $20,000. So
it's what's the?
So
give me
it's
some details.
It's for Wild West lovers. This one's for you. Don't miss this once in a lifetime opportunity to spend a weekend on a working Montana ranch along the Yellowstone River. You get to choose from 2 separate weekends, and it's called an exclusive weekend with Hollywood's finest, led by a performance from Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters, along with other all-star celebrity guests. And some of the other things that happen are you'll get special photo ops with them, live entertainment, exciting ranch opportunities. You'll get to go out and choose from fishing, maybe driving around on ATVs out on the ranch. And there is a exclusive bourbon tasting that's happening.
Cool.
Yeah. So you can buy this on Charity Buzz, but when you hear this, it'll already happen. But people will now know about Charity Buzz from this this episode.
So I didn't know Billy Bob Thornton had a band.
Yeah, I did know that.
And the Boxmasters.
Yeah, Billy Bob Thornton and the Boxmasters. It's kind of like folk style bluegrass.
Yeah,
he's the lead singer.
Bad News Bears band.
Yeah,
that's great.
Yep. There's going to be a professional chef there. They call him Chef Gator, who's going to be doing it. And the Bourbon and Bonfire is going to be led by Yellowstone star Cole Hauser, a.k.a. Rip Wheeler from Yellowstone.
I have never watched that, but I think is he an older son or something?
He is. He married the daughter of the ranch owner.
Yeah. older,
guy's an
like
absolute-
a young guy.
Yeah, guy's an absolute stud.
Yeah.
This just sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Hanging out in Yellowstone with Billy Bob Thornton, sip some bourbon, go fishing down there, ride some four-wheelers. So that's my first one.
Cool.
Unique, plus I'd really like to do it.
All right. Wow. I feel really out of place here about what my auction is.
No.
I'm just like, give me this stuff. I'm going to pay a lot of money for these things. And you're like giving away money to foundations and cool experiences and neat people.
Oh, I got more coming. Don't you worry.
All right. Well, here's one from a neat person.
Okay.
Okay. This is on Sotheby's. This is a history of science and technology auction. Okay. So they've got a group of, it's kind of like the Geek Week auction.
Yeah.
And for sale, I saw this on Yahoo Finance,
Okay.
is the finest operational Apple I in existence from the first batch of 50 hand-built by Steve Jobs in 1976.
That's going to go for serious money.
Back when Apple was good.
The current
That's going to
bid.
go for serious money.
The current bid lot closes July 17th at 1:19 p.m. The current bid is $350,000.
Dang. If
It
it was
is-
so much more than I
It is
thought.
just a circuit board. It's not.
it's not that.
It's not like. Well,
Yeah, but
hold on a second.
Think of the Apple tech rich
I
people out there.
don't-
They're going to love to have this.
I'm not sure if the whole. It might actually be. It might actually. Yeah, the real small little screen, but it's tiny, right? It's nothing
Yeah.
like in
I'd buy
our
that,
standards
though.
But that's an
today
iconic computer.
would be. I mean, it is.
I wouldn't mind a few of those old versions of Apple.
So I think the estimate is somewhere between 400 and 600,000 for this.
Cheapers.
For a circuit board that in today's standard is hot garbage.
Yeah.
Okay. But
It's the memories. It's
Yeah.
it's the where it all started, the lore of it.
yeah.
It is fun to have those old things.
That's crazy.
Interesting fact, you know where the first computer was made?
Steve Jobs' garage.
Iowa State University.
Dang it, I did know that.
Yes. How about
Boom.
that, huh? Everything runs through Odie Bolt.
Everything runs through Odie. I'm sure the person who made that computer
I was
spent a
the
weekend in
center of
Odie.
America.
The guy who made that computer spent a weekend in Odie.
Iowa is awesome. Did you know this? Here's another side tidbit for you. This is going to go a whole other
As
rabbit
much as I
trail.
hate the weather, Iowa is
Did you
awesome.
know that C.W. McCall was born in Iowa? Do you know who C.W.
yes, I
McCall is?
do. I did-
Convoy,
yeah, I
Wolf
did
Creek,
not know that.
Wolf Creek Pass song.
We're going to
You
start
probably-
a convoy
Boy.
rocking through the night.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Born in Iowa, and I realized this because he has a song that talks about BB Town. I was like, how many BB Towns are there out there? Anyway, everything runs through Iowa. Next.
Dude, America wouldn't exist without Iowa.
That's right.
Amen, brother.
Yeah, what do you
And
got?
Jamestown.
What do you got?
All right. Charity Buzz. We're back. 2025 Rockefeller Center Tree Lighting in New York City Experience. Your bid supports the community fund at the Pledgeling Foundation, whatever that is.
The pledgeling or the pledgeling?
The
Pledge of Allegiance?
I don't know. Is it pledgeling? It's the word pledge and then ling.
Oh. Should we look up what it is? Do you even know what it is?
I figured the word was pledgeling, but it could be pledgeling.
Nation.
Pledgeling.
Are you saying pledge a ling or pledgeling?
Dave said pledgeling.
Well, yeah, it would
Like
be pledge.
fledgling.
Yeah, it would be pledgeling, not
All right,
pledge
so
a
is this,
ling.
hold on a second. This is a donation.
Yeah.
You're donating to a charity.
Your winning bid goes to the community fund at the Pledgeling Foundation.
All right. So it's a community fund at the Pledgeling Foundation. The Pledgeling Foundation is a nonprofit organization and donor-advised fund that simplifies charitable giving to help you make a bigger impact in the world. So it sounds like you're giving money to a charity that gives money to a charity.
Oh, nice. Charities for charity.
It's actually just probably a tax write-off.
it's
for these people.
charityception.
It's 501c3. I think that's the main kicker there is
Yeah.
that you can give money and
So I picked this one because I am obsessed with Christmas, and I've always wanted to so badly spend like a week in New York around Christmas time.
okay.
Hit the shops, see the tree lighting, amazing food, the full experience.
Yeah.
Although I don't feel like I would fit in well in New York City, I want to experience Christmas there. And it's amazing. So the current bid is $4,649. The estimated value is about $6,500 they think they'll get. And you'll get to immerse yourself in the enchantment of the holiday season with an intimate and unforgettable close-up viewing of the 2025 Rockefeller Center Tree Lighting Ceremony. Witness the magical illumination of the iconic tree in all its splendor. You'll get an exclusive intimate viewing for two on December 3rd.
Oh, I can't wait to go.
There's an open bar during the celebration, a luscious dinner luscious dinner stations, and waiter passed hors d'oeuvres, aka hors d'oeuvres, aka hors d'oeuvres, aka appetizers during the celebration. Stupidest spelled word of all time. And professional digital portrait by the tree to savor your moment, blah, blah, blah. There's all sorts of other magical things that'll happen, but you get to go be part of the tree lighting experience.
For two?
You're taking you and me. And then I'll pay for Josiah's flight out there, and we'll make content.
Big question. They should on there have a way that you can watch a Hallmark movie be made live.
Oh, now you're scratching me where I itch.
Yeah.
I love trashy Hallmark Christmas movies.
That's a good idea. Are you going to be the one that opens the front door, or who opens the front door?
Pay to be in a Hallmark movie. I mean, Adam, you'd probably
I love Hallmark movies.
Act better than most of the guys.
Yeah, I could. I honestly could be me and Lacey Chabert and all those other celebrities.
All right, are you ready for mine?
Yes, sir. I got one more after this,
mine
too.
Are so lame compared to yours.
What? Your first one wasn't lame?
Experiences.
Your first one was iconic.
Experiences. Okay, so
I feel like I'm going to go back to the Charity Buzzwell often for this segment. The first one was iconic you shared.
All right, Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Hey, are they the ones that make all the maple bourbon stuff at the fair?
I don't think so. This is a town. This is a town.
My bad.
It's right actually near where my brother lives.
Okay.
Or that might be Maple Plain. Either way, it's in Minnesota. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 school buses for sale. And 6 of them are short buses.
Oh,
so for all you
never had to ride that.
all you tailgating extraordinaires, okay, this is where it's at. The bidding ends on 7/20. The top bid bus right now is $210. So these are Chevys. I think they got a 6-liter V8 in them. You know,
how serious are you?
They're
about
nice. Not very serious.
You can make one into a tailgating / like camper.
But there's so many of them that I can't imagine they're going to go for big money.
Yeah.
So you tear out the seats and you throw in a couple couches and you've got your tailgating unit.
Should I buy one and convert it into an everyday driver?
I think your gas mileage would be better.
That gets 6
better
miles a
in
gallon.
what you have right now. I think
5 miles per gallon.
Yeah.
Yeah, work vehicle, I guess.
Yeah.
You know?
Could be tear out the back end and just store tools and stuff in it.
Yeah,
farm
I'm
vehicle,
sure there's
there you
I'm more intrigued by just the space component.
Yeah.
There's got to be utilization for this other than living quarters.
Well, people probably turn them into like campers and stuff, but I guess that's living quarters.
Yeah, it's living quarters.
Dude, little portable editing
for the
stations.
biz. For the biz. How can we do this for
Put a ramp up into it and haul like a little
mobile
Shetland.
podcast studio?
There you
Yep.
go.
Mobile
Or
podcast studio.
Adam,
Ever heard of busing
you're on
with
the
the
farm
boys?
working. You
Oh
just,
yeah,
like,
busting with the boys.
take a break from recording you. I go in and just start editing.
Oh,
I come
editing
back out and
bay.
record.
An
Yeah.
editing
There
bus.
you go. Yeah.
Head on to the editing bus. I like this.
All right.
What if we just buy them all and have multiple pod studios, one in each bus? Have them all lined up at the farm.
That seems a little bit much.
It does.
Yeah.
Someday
Yeah.
I hope to have the money to be able to do dumb things like that.
All right. What's your next?
All
What's
right,
your
my
last
last
one?
and final, back to charity buzz. Here we go. We got to go do this one. I don't care how much money it costs. Hold on. Got to get that sneeze out of my nose. Thank you. Thank you for listening. This one is the 2026 Pappy Van Winkle Tasting Dinner in Louisville, Kentucky.
Louisville.
Current bid $7,000. Said they estimated they think it'll go for $10,500 to $11,000. The bidding ends currently for us in just under 2.5 days. This experience is an incredibly rare opportunity to meet and greet with one of the members of the most famous bourbon family in the world. You and a guest will meet and greet with Preston Van Winkle, the great-grandson of Pappy Van Winkle, and enjoy a dining experience to remember for many years to come. All right, so what's included at this exclusive dinner at Morton's Steakhouse in Louisville in the fall of 2026, by the way.
Okay.
So we can start saving up now, or we can try to buy this now, and then we can work part-time at the Fairway Meat Department to pay for it over the course of the next year.
Not going to do that.
You'll get 1 bottle of Old Rip Van Winkle 10-year bourbon, Pappy 10-year,
Oh, only 10 year?
a 2-night hotel stay in 1 standard room. You'll get to do tastings of the 10, 12, 15, 20, and 23-year vintages.
All right. Now I'm
Meet
interested.
and greet with Preston Van Winkle. Let's see here. The experience will occur, blah, blah, blah. Valid for 2 guests, must be 21. That's about it, I guess. But you'll get to taste them all. You get sent home with a 10-year. and eat at Morton's iconic steakhouse in Louisville and meet Preston.
Deal. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of how Pappy Van Winkle got started?
No.
The company? So I listened, Preston Van Winkle was on a podcast I listened to back in the day. Do you know who Marty Smith is? He's a sports reporter for ESPN.
Oh, yeah, Marty.
His great-grandfather was one of the founders of Jack Daniels.
Okay.
And so Marty has a connection with his Preston
Marty,
guys.
like the guy that was in racing and then moved into other sports?
Yeah.
Really?
His family is like part of the founders of Jack Daniels.
Wow.
And stuff. So Marty knows Preston, had him on his podcast. Preston basically said it's like the worst business model you could ever experience, but they wanted to, from day one, sell elite bourbon.
Right.
And so they just started making it and bottling it and just spending money and just blowing
setting it
through money
aside.
until they finally got to like 10 years where they started selling it, and then it became like iconic and they made up for it in the long run, and now they make tons of money. But it's like super, they don't make a ton of them.
Yeah.
It's super rare to be able to get it. And he said liquor stores all over the world are constantly applying to be someone who gets some bottles of Pappy to sell.
Yeah.
And that they have a team that like goes out to these different places and like does research and decides who gets the bottles of Pappy.
Wow.
And gets to have these like experiences where you can come like taste it and then be able to buy a bottle and stuff.
Wow.
It was a fascinating interview.
Really?
This Preston guy seems like he's continuing the legacy and working his butt off to
That's sweet.
keep it good. That would be a lot of fun.
That would be, talk about one heck of a job.
I know. So that was my last auction item. What did it say?
Man, I feel like I might as well just end because mine's not nearly as fun as
I forgot to say what it's going to support. It supports the Team Goose ALS Foundation.
Okay.
So there you go.
Team Goose.
Yep. Those are my items.
So like Goose, Maverick Goose?
I imagine has something to do with that.
Goose neck goose.
I don't know, but Team Goose ALS Foundation.
Okay. All right.
So
That's quite the deal. I will be on that website.
yeah, charity buzz.
Yeah. Yeah.
Honestly,
Is that just a 1v1 with Preston, or is it a couple people, or like what
just
happens?
you. No, they said the dinner and the whole thing is 60 people.
Oh,
But you could be two of the people that win a bid and get to be part of the 60.
so you get two. It's you and
Yep,
one other.
You and one other person.
Okay.
If you win the bid, and the 60 people total at this event.
Wow,
It'd be kind of fun.
that would be fun.
I want to start like winning some of these. There was one on there where you could win a bid to hang out with Bill Clinton. Which I thought was hilarious. And your bid went to support the Clinton Foundation and hiding all the bodies of the people they don't like. But I was like, honestly though, like bidding on an experience like that, I would kind of want to do it just to like get introduced to people who I could tell about the podcast.
You're gonna go tell Bill Clinton about the podcast?
Bill, I know with your upbringing in Arkansas, you'd like our podcast at Hut Up Media.
Oh man,
Anyway, there was like hundreds of experiences on here constantly every day. So you should check it out. It's exciting.
yeah. I think I would only be able to afford the D-list celebrity
Yeah.
area. Yeah, yeah.
Let's go hang out with the guy who was the assistant director on Joe Dirt.
Snakes and sparklers. It'd be that guy probably. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us for another fun adventure. Fun AGcellent adventure. I had a blast as always. I hope you guys did too. Thank you for listening. Check out Hut Media. Unbelievable amount of daily content for you. Videos. Laugh at my anger of mud. Celebrate with me on the days it's dry. Listen to these podcasts. Have a great time. Check it out and tell all your friends. So, and if you leave a review for Backroads and Bonfires and send me the link, you get free Backroads and Bonfires koozie.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, we made those back in the day and have been doing that. We've given away about half of them now.
Nice.
So we should start doing that for Hut Up Media.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was fun. Appreciate you, boys.
Thanks, Josiah.
Thank you, Josiah.
Doing good work back there.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Don't know what he said.
Sorry.
We'll see you next time for another
Never mind.
excellent adventure.
I meant to say, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.